소됐다!
Welcome to my secret lab.
Show.
Pineapple, parsley, peanut butter, pimento.
What's the experiment, JD?
The perfect smoothie with balanced proteins, carbs, and fats.
As I've always said, great ideas originate in the muscles.
So, like, I'm not strong enough to come up with great ideas? Is that what you're saying?
Mr. Edison means that great ideas come from hard work.
Then I'm a genius. I've worked on this recipe for weeks.
Guys, we were out walking and stumbled on a life-or-death emergency.
A power company worker is stranded on a wind turbine with a nest of bald eagles. Check it.
This eagle's nest is gonna fall if I let go. Bring up a rope from my truck and I'll lower it down.
The access stairs are locked.
People, we've got to figure out how to get that rope up to the workman.
Sounds like you'll need some form of propulsion.
Propulsion is what causes something to move, like exploding gasoline in a car engine.
Imagine if we built a catapult. Medieval armies used them for launching rocks, spears, and fire. We just aim it to shoot high and...
Anyone have a better idea?
Gee, thanks, JD.
I am not discouraged, because every wrong attempt discarded is another step forward.
We can use that.
Burp power.
Sorta. Gas power. Let's build a gas-powered rocket.
Yes! And I know just the kind to build. A plastic bottle rocket.
Awesome! How do rockets work anyway?
Well, they were first invented in China.
Ka-chang! Hey!
What's up?
Hi, Chang.
You!
Hi, Secret Labbers.
Chang, we need to build a bottle rocket and thought you could lead us in the right direction.
Sure can, Angie, since that direction is China. 2,000 years ago, they started messing with gunpowder-filled bamboo tubes stuck on arrows and shot with bows. Took them 700 years to figure out their fire arrows could launch themselves. And bam! Rocketry was born. Have fun with your rocket.
Bottle rockets work the same way as a fire arrow, expanding gas.
A trip through the virtual reality window should rocket your understanding to the next level.
Yeah, but I'll launch the window immediately.
Bumbolt, you sent us into the middle of a battle.
Yeah. Oh, I'll correct the problem, Mark Schnell. Activating virtual miniaturization.
That gray wall is the packed gunpowder. And there's the fuse.
Guys, a burning fuse plus gunpowder equals one big explosion.
Look, Kent! The expanding gas is creating pressure. The exertion of force on a surface by a gas, fluid, or object in contact with it. Wow! Because the tube is capped at one end, the pressure can only escape out the open end. Wow!
Wow!
Ah!
window is virtually broken. The flame's coming out of one end of the rocket, but the rocket's going in the opposite direction.
Nothing's broken, Kent. You'll find the answer to that puzzle on April 15th, 1726.
Sir Isaac Newton?
That's it!
He's just discovered the laws of gravity.
No, that was yesterday. Today, I discovered the caramel apple!
Thanks.
Mr. Newton, why does the flame go one way and the rocket goes the other?
It's my third law of motion. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction.
Right. That's why it's a bad idea to push on something while standing on wheels.
Exactly! And that's why the downward thrust of a rocket will overcome its inertia and push it up.
Whoa, wait. Inner what?
Inertia. That's my first law.
An object at rest tends to stay at rest unless acted on by an outside force. And an object in motion stays in motion unless an outside force changes it.
So our bottle rocket needs enough downward thrust to overcome its inertia and get it going up.
I couldn't have said it better myself, although I did.
Thanks, Mr. Newton. The clock's ticking, people. We've got a nest of hungry eaglets in trouble.
I'll get the water bottle.
I'll get the gunpowder.
I'm afraid I don't keep any gunpowder in the lab, Kent.
So what do we use for rocket fuel?
It shouldn't be too hard to find another fuel. They're just chemicals.
Sheila's a chemistry whiz. Give her a call.
Bonjour, mes amis. How do you like my newest version? I made it from emulsified amino acids and plant enzymes.
It looks like you're wearing a fruit salad on your head.
Don't insult her.
No, JD is right. It is edible. When the fashion goes out of style, you can have it for lunch.
Sheila, we're making a bottle rocket and need fuel that creates expanding gas.
C'est facile. Many chemicals, when mixed, create expanding gas.
You mean like pineapple, parsley, peanut butter, and pimento?
Oh, that would create a very nasty gas indeed.
But to propel a rocket, you need a faster chemical reaction. That is when one or more substances are changed into another on a molecular level.
Right.
Oh dear!
Like if Von Bolt got wet, and the oxygen in the water combined with the iron in his steel, turning it into iron oxide, called rust. What's the matter with Von Bolt?
He hates rust. He'll have nightmares for weeks.
The best chemicals to use for your bottle rocket are water, vinegar, and sodium bicarbonate.
Sodium bicarbonate sounds dangerous.
Don't be silly. It is plain baking soda. Bon chance!
Okay, guys, let's build a rocket. We'll need 2 2-liter water bottles, a roll of duct tape, cardboard and plywood, a wine cork, scissors, and a screw! And for the rocket fuel, we'll need 2 cups of water, 1 cup of vinegar, 2 tablespoons of baking soda, and a piece of paper towel.
Let's get it! These fins will be way better than a stick to keep our rocket going straight.
And this pointy-nosed cone will make it more aerodynamic, able to move through the air easier.
With less drag, from air resistance that could slow its forward motion.
This cork will keep the gas in the bottle to build up pressure.
There's no time for testing. Come on!
Hurry it up down there!
T-minus 60 seconds and counting.
Prepare the rocket fuel! 2 cups water, 1 cup vinegar. Okay, JD. As soon as I drop in this baking soda, quickly place the rocket onto the cork so the gas doesn't escape.
Roger that, mission leader.
All systems go!
3, 2, 1, blast off!
Oh, now that's an epic failure.
No reason to be discouraged, guys. Like Mr. Edison said, every wrong attempt is another step forward.
Oh, the rope's too heavy for a rocket to lift.
Hurry! Get it up there before I drop these eaglets!
Ben Franklin, that's the answer?
A kite?
No, a string!
Of course! The string won't create as much drag on the rocket.
But where will we get string?
In my truck!
3, 2, 1, blast off!
Got it!
Haul away, Nicky!
Ah, the eagle has landed. Sorry.
Hey everybody, we love Sir Isaac Newton. He is the coolest scientist we know. Hey everybody, we love Sir Isaac Newton. He's the coolest, yeah, the coolest scientist that we know.
Rocket! Boom! Pow! Zoom! Groove! Move!
All scientists come aboard scientific revolution.
Flying like an eagle, flying through the sky. Flying like an eagle.
All scientists come aboard scientific revolution. Hey everybody, we love Sir Isaac Newton. He is the coolest scientist we know. Hey everybody, we love Sir Isaac Newton. He's the coolest, yeah, the coolest scientist that we know.
Rocket! Boom! Pow! Zoom! Groove! Move!
All scientists come aboard scientific revolution.
Flying like an eagle, flying through the sky. Flying like an eagle.
All scientists come aboard scientific revolution. Thomas Edison's secret lab.
Ah, magnificent day. Sun is shining, the tide is high.
Ahem.
Yeah, right. And best of all, I get to teach my buddy Kent how to surf.
What was I thinking? Me and surfing? It's unnatural.
Yeah! Then just hop up on your feet and enjoy the ride. Don't worry, once you get with the motion of the ocean, the balance is a breeze. Whoa!
That can't be the right way to surf.
Maybe our boards were too slippery. A little custom board wax from Dax's surf shop is all we need. Hey, Dax!
What can I help you with, JD?
We'll take exactly 1 can of your world-famous Dax wax, please.
Sorry, mate, some all out.
Oh, man! When will you have some more?
Dunno. It's all up to the bees, right?
Bees?
Here, come check this out.
Cool! A real beehive!
Like with real bees? With real stingers? Let me out of here!
No worries, mate.
it's empty.
It's a complete mystery. All my bees flew off and haven't come back.
Don't worry, Dax. Kent and I will find out what happened to your bees.
We will?
How was the surf lesson, boys?
It would have been great, except for the bees.
Beg your pardon?
We needed surfboard wax.
And all of Dax's bees have disappeared.
And no bees equals no wax.
I just saw an article about that. Yeah, honeybees disappearing all over the world. But it doesn't say why. That's a very interesting question.
And what comes right after identifying the question?
Research!
Did you guys know there are 25,000 different species of bees?
It's time to play! Name that bee!
This bee builds nests with things she snips from trees.
Oh! Leaf cutter bee!
This bee digs.
The digger bee?
It also builds nests in sandy soil. It digs.
I know! The miner bee!
This bee makes its homes out of wood and spit.
The carpenter bee! Says here that the European honeybee is the most common bee found in the Americas, even though it was originally from Europe. Sheila's in Europe. Maybe she might have some ideas about where Dax's honeybees went.
Hello, secret labbers. Bonjour.
Sheila, do you know anything about the disappearance of the European honeybee?
Oh la la! Everyone is worried about how the bees have been disappearing here and all over the world. It could be the pesticides used on plants, or it may be a virus or bacteria. It is such a mystery.
Where'd everybody go?
They're all gone, Daddy.
It's a bee ghost town! It is terrible because the honeybees help the crops grow. Without the bees, there are fewer crops. With fewer crops, there is less food. And without food, there is no life. I'm afraid I must be going. Au revoir, mes amis!
If we could look at this from a bee's point of view, maybe we might find some clues about where Dax's bees went. Whoa! It's a bee's point of view, all right. Cool! Check it out!
We really need to learn a lot more about bees if we're ever going to solve a science mystery like this.
I know a scientist who knows about bees. He lived during the turn of the century.
Von Bolt, activate the virtual reality window, please.
Marvelous creatures, aren't they?
So, you know a lot about bees?
Know a lot? Don't be insulting. This is Dr. Carl von Frisch. He won the Nobel Prize for his studies of the bees' waggle dance.
Yeah, right. Bees like to dance.
That is exactly what I proved. Come see. The bee uses special dancing movements to tell other bees where to find pollen and nectar in nearby plants. If it were not for our waggle-dancing honeybees, there would be much less food in the world.
So, honeybees make the food?
Not exactly. Perhaps a diagram for our friends is in order? When the bee lands on the flower, it picks up traces of pollen on its body. The pollen is like powder. Then, the bee deposits the pollen on another flower's stigma. The pollen travels down and mixes with ovules to make seeds. And the seeds grow into new plants. And that, my young friends, is pollination.
So, the pollen is like fertilizer?
Precisely.
So when there's more bees, there's more pollination.
And more pollination means more flowers.
And more flowers means more bees.
Ha ha ha! You most certainly have got it.
Wait, is that more flowers, more bees? Or more bees, more pollination?
All of the above.
Thank you, Dr. Von Frisch.
Welcome back, team. Was my friend helpful?
He showed us that honeybees love to dance.
Is that all?
No, Dr. Von Frisch also explained how bees pick up pollen and transfer it from one flower to another.
Ew, gross!
Which helps the flowers reproduce.
Pollination, one of his favorite topics.
Why don't we experience pollination firsthand?
Another trip through the virtual reality window?
Will the bees make honey?
Von Bolt, we'd like to travel in style. Pollen style, that is.
Achoo! Sorry, allergies.
What is this place? If this yellow powder is pollen, we must be in a flower!
If we're in a flower, that buzzing could only be one thing.
Whoa! We're all aboard the Honeybee Express.
Watch it! Oh, not too close! This must be the stick!
Those must be the ovules that Dr. Von Frisch was talking about.
They mix with pollen and make seeds. We know what happened to Dax's bees! They disappeared from the garden!
Because there wasn't any pollen or nectar for them.
And there's one way to fix that.
So bees eat pollen and nectar from flowers to survive.
I've been working so hard in the shop, I guess I forgot to take care of my plants. That's why there's no pollen.
Plants are living creatures that need food and water just like we do. And be careful using pesticides. Besides pests, they can eliminate bees and other insects that are good for your garden.
Dax, your honeybees left because there's nothing here to eat!
And that just might be why honeybees are disappearing in the rest of the world, too.
All I had to do was keep my buds blooming and my bees might still be around.
That's why we brought you these.
Well, for the bees, really.
And if you keep these flowering plants healthy, the bees will stick around and make lots of honey and wax.
And lots of beeswax means more wax for our boards. Remember, get your feet on your board and stand up slowly. Ha-ha, you got it!
Yeah! Look at us!
Awesome, you guys!
Whoa, wait for me!
You know the bees make the honey so sweet. Bees make the honey so sweet. You know the honey bees and the bumblebee, they'll do anything and they aim to please. They gotta propagate, gotta pollinate. They gotta make the day, though they can't be late. You know the honey bees and the bumblebees, they'll do anything and they aim to please. They gotta propagate, gotta pollinate. They gotta make the day, though they can't be late. Are you still alive? Come back to your hive. That is where you thrive. Pollen and nectar is your protector. Are you still alive? Come back to your hive. That is where you thrive. Pollen and nectar is your protector. Bees make the honey so sweet. Bees make the honey so sweet. You know the honey bees and the They'll do anything and they aim to please. They gotta propagate, gotta pollinate. They gotta make the date, no, they can't be late. You know the honeybees and the bumblebees. They'll do anything and they aim to please. They gotta propagate, gotta pollinate. They gotta make the date, no, they can't be late. Are you still alive? Come back to your hive. That is where you thrive. Pollen and nectar is your protector. Honeybees, bumblebees, honeybees, bumblebees.
Bye bye, Boo!